Hello, Collective. Wendy Joy, Love and Light. I've been sensing that there's a little bit of misprojection or misillusion or direct type of suppression in the energy that isn't around me, but it's extended further. So when I was speaking with my team and I was looking toward the best divine guided message to provide, that would benefit someone that may be watching, right? I was geared toward perception. And not your perception, but other perceptions being projected upon you. And if this is going on right now in your reality, if you're sensing or knowing or being infiltrated or affected or even, tamped down, whether it be, a press of a finger or a step of a shoe, whether that be theoretically, metaphorically, physically, or something within that nature, right, where you feel like you're held down, like you can't move, that you don't want to ripple the feathers or create more of an issue. And if this is you, you need to realize that you're in control of what you allow, where your boundaries are, regardless of what projection could have been sent to you, or you could have adopted, because it had gone on for a large amount of time, or the techniques used were they caught a piece or a part or something within you that allowed the manipulation or the suppression of your true desires, your true self, your inner core to present itself to you in a courageous, strengthful manner. So if you find yourself in this type of energy, I want you to know, first and foremost, that I'm sending encouraging, loving, mindfulness to you through the energy in which I am directing. And when I spoke with my team, I said to them, everybody would benefit whether they're being held in a position they don't know how to get out of, or if they're pondering different avenues that might lead them to a more inner guided peace, right? But you also need to realize that it all starts with you. And even if you're scared, even if you have apprehension, even if you don't know where to go, the one thing that you do have control over is your thoughts. And you could definitely speak your thoughts, even if it's silently, because you don't want to be heard, for fear of whatever reason, or anxious because of a certain situation, right? Because sometimes, we walk around life and we don't want to add more drama. We don't want to be the one that, is perceived by the other energy as the reason that the next foot smashed down to the ground, so to speak, right? Like, you made me angry at you because you exist. You opened your mouth, you said something, you reminded me. So, like, that's horrible. That is absolutely horrible. But I do understand. I know the energy. I was able to see it in the early stages and get out of it before it infiltrated me any further. But I have seen and can place myself in positions where, you know, you do things because you don't want to hurt the other person, or you do things because the other person makes you feel bad, and you still don't want to hurt the other person. But what about you? Right? Even if you're afraid that other person might hurt you, right? You still have the ability to think positivity into your life. You still have the ability to talk to your spirit team, to raise your vibration, to gain your courage and your strength, to help you see that you're not stuck and that you actually have more power in standing up for yourself and creating the boundary that puts distance between you and whatever that energy is, or could be, or maybe was. And if it's in a was position, I congratulate you, because it took an awful lot of courage and strength in order to be able to find your worth and to pull it up to the surface, and then allow your worth to provide to you the courage and the strength that already lives in you, but on a new level where you understand that you're not alone, that you have your spirit team, you have the divine, you have all the positive, loving energies supporting and encouraging you, and are waiting for you to either ask for guidance, you know, or thank them for support, or, you know, be grateful for the love that, you know, they show you, even in the smallest things, right? So when you're looking to grasp rather, the ability to stand up, right? And that's physically, metaphorically, whatever, because you need to be able to be on your feet. You can't be in a restful position. You have to be in an assertive or a moving or a motion-filled position. Because with motion, with movement, comes more insight and more encouraging energy that your spirit team is waiting to provide to you. And if there's any type of hesitancy, or you would like my help in order to remember that you are much better than a picture that another lower negative energy could have painted you to be, because you have the glory and the light, because your divine, your piece of the divine, your soul, your spark of essence, it lives within you, and it's bright, and it carries you, whether you believe, you think, you feel, or not. So I can help you release the numbness. I can help you remember your wholeness by pointing out all the beauty that lives within you. So if you're ready to choose you and to break free of any perceived perception that should have never been sent to you, then reach out. I'm here for you. I am glad to provide to you everything that I've learned and gained along the way, because I have found myself in similar situations. It wasn't exactly a Stockholm situation, but in a few levels, on a few timelines, for a little bit before I was able to determine that it wasn't me, that it was being projected to me, I hightailed it right out of there. And I flipped that entire situation because of my positivity and the love that lives within me. I was born with this, and this has helped me my entire life. And I look at things in a different light. I see things on a higher perspective for more than what others that may not yet have understood that your end is reachless. Hold on. That you have an endless reach to obtain the miracles and the bounty, the abundance that you seek. Sometimes I get excited and words come out all sloppy, but that's just like the little kid in me skipping over, gleefully. But the adult in me knows that the best way to truly understand is to be clear and to have positive, loving intent. And I am sending that to you as well. So as you migrate through the last day of the year, this is December 31st I'm filming, right? And you realize that you're walking into a brand new cycle, a brand new year, an ever-evolving you, right? Your personal year begins on the first of the year as well. So, keep that in mind. And if you're not sure what your numerology number is, you should really look it up. And if you would like, I can help there too. Because I've studied an awful lot, in a little bit of time, and remembered mounds. Like I see things and then I just remember. And then the energy just gets stronger. And I can pick things out quicker and with more surety, So, that'll come for you too. And I am sending you clarity and surety as well. Because I'm here to help you. I'm here to help everyone. I'm here to show what is absolutely possible. Because I've overcome a whole lot of situations that may not have settled well with some. But to me, it was just life. And I embrace life in every direction and realize and understand that lessons are only value gained when lived and learned. So I typically walk into the fire because the best way to tackle every endeavor is straight through. Not around, not above, not beneath, but right through. And what you'll find is that you'll gain more strength because your courageousness carried you through. Rely on your clarity and your discernment. Talk to your angel team. Start silently if you can't speak outwardly. And you will start to soon gain more of your structure. And your foundation will carry you to new heights. When you trust and you believe, you dust off all those pieces of you and you realize that the entirety is part of you. Love and light, peace and joy, blessings, abundance, manifestations, new cycles, new beginnings, endless positive, loving possibilities. Love and light, peace and joy.